Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of Maritime Africa Live. I'm very happy to be with you this morning to talk about building a resilient blue economy for Africa, the role of youth. Dear viewers, you know that Africa has the highest percentage of youth in its population than any other continent, granting it the world's youngest population. At the same time, the continent is plagued by some of the highest levels of unemployment across the globe. This predicament is in stark contrast to Africa's vast blue economy potential and ocean resource wealth. Youth hold the key to driving the innovation needed to build a resilient blue economy for Africa. If African youth are nurtured and taught to address the particular challenges of Africa's blue economy and harness its extensive opportunities, there will be no limit to the economic advancement that the continent will experience. This morning, the interview is intended to explore pathways to bridging the gap between African youth and blue economy. And to do that, I'm with Lawrence DOGLI, who is a program coordinator at the Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute. Good morning.
Good morning, Carlos.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm
I
happy to
hope,
be on the platform today.
yeah, how is the weather over there in Ghana?
Well, it's cloudy. There's a bit of rain here and there, but
Oh, it's the
yeah.
same thing in Senegal, yeah, at Dakar
Okay,
particularly.
okay, all right.
Okay, I'm very happy to be with you this morning to talk about this
Likewise.
important topic. Tell me, can you introduce yourself a little bit to all the people who are uh, listening to this interview?
Okay. Thank you very much, and good morning once again to you and your audience. My name is Douglas Lawrence. I'm Programs Coordinator at the Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute here in Ghana. Um, so, starting off as a graduate of the Regional Maritime University, I studied port and shipping administration. So, I have a background in shipping and trade economics, um, logistics management, insurance, and law of the sea, so maritime law. Then I joined the Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute here in Ghana, and I've been involved in a number of maritime security, blue economy development, and maritime strategy projects here and there. So, at the Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute, just as a way of introduction, the Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute is a think tank here in Ghana. Our focal areas are in maritime research, capacity development, and advocacy in the areas of maritime safety and security, and blue economy, of course, in the Africa region. Um, in the past, we've been involved in a number of key and critical projects in Africa. In Ghana, we've been working with, or we've worked with agencies, ministries and agencies to develop the National Maritime Integrated Strategy for Ghana. We've also been working with regional institutions like MIMASA and to develop the SHADE, which is a counterterrorism platform for regional navies to coordinate on activities to tackle the issue of piracy. We've also worked with the International Maritime Organization on the Yaoundé Code of Conduct, where we've brought together key stakeholders in the industry to discuss the sustainability aspects and how to drive the development and implementation of the Yaoundé Code of Conduct. So, yeah, in summary, we've been working hard, we've been engaging stakeholders, relevant stakeholders, to drive the maritime development agenda of Africa forward. And this year, we are working on a number of important projects, and one of them is the Blue Mentorship Program, which I believe we'll be talking about extensively today. So thank you very much. And yeah, by way of
Okay.
introduction.
Okay, thank you also for this introduction. Tell me, why have you decided to work in the maritime sector?
Well, this interest sparked when I joined the Regional Maritime University when I enrolled as a student at the Regional Maritime University. So the course models and the lectures and the engagement in school was really interesting for me. And let me say that my dad was already working in the maritime industry. He's a marine engineer on a vessel.
Okay,
And so I had a bit of an idea about what goes on in the maritime industry. He having to leave the house for a very long time and me not seeing him for a while. And when he comes to port, the family has to go and meet him at the port, sometimes just to see his vessel at the port, not
oh,
not
not
meet
to
him,
see
but
you.
just see his vessel and know that okay, my dad is on this vessel, and that's it. So I got the interest from there, but I know my family was not expecting to to see me enroll in the Regional Maritime University. So it was later in high school I met a friend of mine who was already enrolled in Regional Maritime University as a nautical science student, and he spoke to me about Regional Maritime University and said I could apply and be enrolled as a student. And so I joined the Regional Maritime University, and that was how I my interest just sparked. And let me be honest again that I wasn't looking at the research, maritime research and capacity building, this aspects of the maritime industry where we are looking at maritime security and blue economy and all of that. I was more interested in commercial shipping and
Okay.
trading. But then I found myself in this sector of the industry, and it's been a very interesting ride. Yeah.
Okay, so now, do you enjoy doing research on blue economy, on maritime security and safety, things like that?
Yes, 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 yes. And so when I started working in this sector, I started to see a lot of the immense opportunities that this sector also offers, from working on very critical and relevant projects that fit into the larger maritime development agendas, the maritime security aspect that is very necessary for the other sectors in the industry to thrive, the importance of maritime data, that is maritime research, to inform policy actions and decisions and all of that. And so I find it quite very interesting. It's very important and it's very key to the other sectors. What maritime research means, what information, relevant information means to making decisions and all of that. And so I find this sector to be very interesting. It's very relevant to the development of the other key sectors.
Okay, I see. So now tell me, what makes the blue economy imperative to the continent's economic advancement, according to you?
Sorry, I think
Ah,
I'm not.
I say, what makes the blue economy imperative to the continent's economic advancement, according to
Okay,
you?
okay. So let me first say that I am out of the 54 African countries, 38 of these African countries are actually coastal states. And so the blue economy holds the prospect as a main driver of socio-economic development for these 38 coastal states. What these states do, the maritime doctrine that they hold, the maritime strategies that they develop, the policy actions that they implement, how they implement these policies, you realize that to a large extent are influenced by the political and then economic choices of these states. And these choices are again in relation to the needs of the states. But then again, the choices of these states are made according to, a lot of times are determined by the maritime opportunities, the human and technological capabilities, the practical, economic, and political experiences, and how these coastal states see themselves in the maritime world. The ocean economy for Africa, according to available data, is estimated around 24 trillion US dollars. And then the maritime sector, which is a key pillar of the ocean economy of Africa, is estimated around $1 trillion US dollars in a year. Now, the maritime sector, the Africa continent, 90% of our import and export is carried through our waters. And so you realize that the African continent is it's a very strategic area for regional and international trade. And when you look at all this data, when you look at the elements of the region, the geographical location, the allocation of mineral resources, and all of that, you realize that the blue economy is very imperative. It's very important to the advancement of the coastal, the economic states of Africa. And so it's about how we invest. It's about how we identify the relevance of the region, how important it is to the development of the region, the proper investments, the investable areas that we know from maritime research, from the data that we have. It's about partnerships, how we can secure partnerships to develop the sectors, to industrialize the ocean sectors, the old and the new emerging ocean sectors, so that we can reap the benefits that can address some of our very challenging continental issues, like job opportunities, job creation, securing livelihoods, and food security. And so the blue economy, if really invested, if effectively invested, sustainably invested, with the right resources, with the right tools, with the right partnerships, with the right data to make informed decisions, I believe that it will be able to, the benefits that will be accrued from the investment will be able to solve some of the continent's challenges.
Okay, I see. So according to you, blue economy has a big potential in Africa, but
Yes.
It's remain. We need more effectiveness.
Yes.
Without forgetting about the sustainability part of it. But
yes.
Tell me, why are youth so crucial to Africa's economy?
Okay, so I think that again, when you look at our agenda, the African agenda that is focusing on maritime, we have the African Integrated Maritime Strategy, we have the ECOWAS Integrated Maritime Strategy. All these agendas has a focus on technology and innovation, and then inclusion, youth inclusion, women and youth, females as well. And the UN Ocean Decade as well, the theme for this year was looking at transformation, structural transformation, that includes use of scientific data, technology, and innovation to address the issues of climate impacts, maritime security, and environmental degradation. And so when you look at the elements of the challenges that we face, it's you come to realize that a lot of them will be tackled with the use of innovative ideas, innovative solutions, and technology. And this is where the solutions meet the skills of the youth of today. We understand how to use data and technological gadgets and systems to develop solutions that can address some of the challenges that we face. We understand how to use technological platforms to convene discussion, to convene people to discuss issues, pertinent issues, and come up with solutions. A practical example is what you and I are doing today. We have a platform that we are using to advocate on the opportunities and then the challenges as well. And so the challenges that the ocean economy faces, or the benefits or the prospects, can also be unlocked if we harness on the challenge, or if we harness on the skills of the youth. So the youth are very crucial. We understand how to use ocean data. We understand the importance of data. We understand what it means to invest into platforms But then again, we are cautious of the environment. That we understand that the fact that you are doing business in a particular area, in a particular sector, doesn't mean you should destroy the environment. And so we understand and we appreciate all these elements of sustainability when it comes to the ocean economy. And so I think that the youth really stand in a very stand a good chance to develop solutions that can address the ocean challenges.
Oh, okay. Thank you for this answer. But personally, I think that youth in Africa are not so much interested into the blue economy because they don't know the potential in it. They don't know what it can give them. Don't you think that we have to get youth to go into that sector also because if a blue economy has a big potential and youth in Africa are not interested in it, we will see ourselves not developing the sector in future.
I think there are a couple of issues. There's the cultural, and then there's the cultural issue of how we relate with the ocean, our relationship with the ocean, and how we see the ocean to be of benefit to us. Then there's the education aspect of it, and there's also the issue of advocacy. How are we mainstreaming the challenges and opportunities? How how aware people are of the opportunities that the maritime industry offers. I happen to be in it, and I know the opportunities that exist in. There are so many opportunities that exist in the maritime industry, but
Exactly.
we only have the skills. We don't have the resources, and so there is a burden on industry. There is a burden on government to identify these youth that have those skills that can be invested in. We need platforms of skill, platforms that can train, that can inform young people about how to go about um, um, pursuing the blue economy opportunities. We need this platform of skills. You'd have the skills, but we don't have the resources. We don't have the tools. So there's a lot to be done. There's the advocacy where we have to keep pushing and keep talking about the opportunities that the maritime industry brings. And then there's the part where the industry and governments have to identify these youth that have the skills and invest in them. The opportunities are there. There's been so many data to prove that, to show that this is the value of the ocean economy. It's happening in Europe. We have young people who are working on support services to support the maritime transport sector, the energy sector, and all the climate issues. We have young people who are into climate impact technology systems and all of that, measuring carbon emissions and all of that, using softwares to to come up with this data to make meaningful information, to make meaningful decisions for industry. But those are platforms of skills. But in Africa, we barely have those platforms of skills. We barely have government and industry supporting young people to develop these platforms, these systems, this software, innovative solutions that can become support services to the industry. And so it's about really putting the information out there, mainstreaming the challenges and the opportunities, so we can secure more partnerships.
Okay, so are you saying that you are not involved in in Africa blue economies?
The youth, well, young people to an extent they are involved with a from my
Okay, in what
experience.
ways? In what ways?
From my experience, I've seen young people who have tried to um, develop um, some platforms for conservation movements and advocacy. I know young people who are involved in support services for the fisheries in terms of marketing and fish processing and trading. Maritime transport too. I know some young people are
Oh, really?
involved in transport
Maritime
services.
transport?
Yes, we have people who have developed systems just like Uber,
Oh,
where
really?
they link suppliers to to they link vehicle owners to people who have goods to transport from the ports to different areas in the country. And so these are
Oh,
all platforms that
yeah.
support the maritime transport sector. Yes. And but we need more of it.
Excuse me. I don't know if you can give some examples, but anyway, if even if you can give.
There's one. We have Kobo 360. You can check Kobo 360. It's a maritime transport platform. It's a support service to the maritime industry. They have a scalable platform where they link people who have goods to vehicle owners. They transport goods. They are into haulage services. So that's an example of an innovative idea. And there's Profish. So Profish is also into Profish is in Ghana. They are into fish processing and trading. They 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 are um they're like a startup, if I would say, and they are providing services to support um local communities as well. Fish preservation, they're into fish preservation as well. And this is one of the main challenges of local communities when it comes to fish preservation. And so these are some of the examples. These are some of the things that young people are into. And there's more that young people can do: data collection, how to come out, data analytics, and all of that. But we need the resources. Young people need resources to be able to develop this
Okay.
solutions.
Okay, as you are saying, there are a lot of that the young people can do, but what pivotal role can be played by youth to effectively build the continent's blue economy sectors,
I
according to you?
think, well, at this point, what the youth can do is to convene um, groups to have discussions and try to promote the agenda, try to create more awareness. Like I said, our youth can only advocate. For now, we can only advocate and push the agenda forward, create more awareness, get our friends, get people to understand our relationship with the ocean, the benefit of the ocean to mankind, what the ocean presents, the offers of the ocean to mankind. That's what we can do to an extent. Unless we have private people who want to invest in scalable solutions, but then we need more of government and industry support. But at this point, like social media, like Twitter Spaces, YouTube channel discussion, podcasts, and all of that, we can only advocate. We can advocate for partnership. We can advocate for investment. We can advocate for scalable solutions. We can advocate for investment. To understand, that's what we can do. Those are the resources that we have. And so a lot of the burden now is on government and industry to support young people, to develop and push
Yeah.
for scalable solutions to support the industry.
Exactly, you are right, and that's even why Maritime Africa has been founded to help in all these things. And I will be very happy if after this interview you can share with me all those young people who are doing great things in the sector
Sure.
in Africa, and we'll be very happy to interview them to talk about them in Maritime Africa. Now, tell me a little bit about the Gogme Blue Mentorship Program.
Okay. So last year, GovMe organized the Blue Careers and Business Expo, and we created a multiple platform for young people to engage with maritime industry leaders and gain a first-hand understanding of what goes on in the industry in terms of the opportunities, the career and business opportunities. We have different tertiary institutions and even people from maritime organizations, early career ocean professionals attend. We had key people from various organizations also attending to speak to young people about the maritime opportunities. So it was a huge success, but we needed to sustain the interest and then the agenda for the conference. So we decided to develop the Blue Mentorship Program to continue to engage young people in their career and then business and entrepreneurial journey. So the Blue Mentorship Program is an Africa Accelerator program that is meant to encourage young people to engage in blue economy careers and businesses. Beyond this, we are looking at how we can create platforms of skill for young people where we can harness on their ideas to develop ocean solutions to support the Africa's blue economy or Africa's ocean economy. So that is what we have been doing. The Blue Mentorship Program is in three folds. We have the Blue Speaker Series, where we have theme sessions for young people that will be selected to participate in various training sessions on the different blue economy sectors, from aquaculture to oil drilling to fisheries, maritime security, tourism, and the other emerging new sectors. So that's the Blue Speaker Series. Then we have the mentor pairing. So once we're able to identify the interests of young people, we pair them with key industry people who have expertise in the different sectors to continue the engagement, to have first-hand experiences and engagement with these industry people. And then from there, we have the mentor support hub, the mentee support hub, where we do a mind mapping to identify ideas that these young people are starting to develop and see how we can help them to further develop these ideas into solutions that can be invested in to support or address some of the key challenges that the ocean faces, even in the area of climate change and maritime security, surveillance systems, domain awareness, and transport, and even tourism. So this is what we are trying to do. In the end, we are hoping, we intend to create an incubator that will house the ideas of these young people and help them through their entrepreneurial and business and career journeys, so they can also secure opportunities, job opportunities, employment, solutions that can support the industry.
Okay, so the objective, the main objective is to bring young together,
yeah,
with mentors,
yes,
so that they can develop solutions,
yes,
for the different blue economy sectors across Africa.
Yes.
Okay, where are those young people from?
So we put out a call initially from across the Africa region. Young people from different African countries are invited to apply. We currently closed the call. We are reviewing the applicants now, and very soon we will be having a Blue Speaker Series session for young people, 30 young people who have been selected to go through a 9-day training session on the different sectors, and even how to develop a maritime business, understanding the ocean sectors, the investable ones, capital sources, how to source capital to develop your solutions, and then the governance structure for maritime ecosystems. So this is what we intend to do with the Blue Speaker Series for this year, and then we'll go ahead and do the mentor pairing. Also, we are identifying key people. Yes.
Tell me, Lawrence, apart from Ghana, the 30 young people, where are they from? Nigeria, Liberia?
Yes. From Liberia, Nigeria, Benin, Angola. Really? Yes, they are from different parts of Africa.
Okay. So for the remaining part of the for the program, would government bring all of them to Ghana for the blue
So
speakers?
it's going to be a virtual session. We are going to have a 9-day virtual session. That's
Okay.
the idea to have a virtual is to allow participation from across the Africa region, so that we could give opportunity to young people from different countries to participate and benefit from the mentorship program.
Okay. And will the program be in French and English or only in English?
Yes, we'll have it in French, English, and Portuguese.
Portuguese. Okay, that's very good. Now you were talking about the Blue Speaker series. Okay. Uh,
Yes.
what is the profile of all of the people that will be talking at that speaker series?
You mean the facilitators?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are identifying key people from across the region as well, who have expertise in the different sectors that we want to expose young people to. So from different parts of Africa as well, just as we identified or we invited young people from across the region to apply, it's the
Yeah.
same way we are. Gogme works. One of the ways we work is to tap from the rate expertise of our network, and so we have a pool of network of experts that we work with, and we will tap from some of our network to facilitate some of the sessions, while we look outside for other recognized people, figures in the industry who can also become part of the sessions.
Okay. And during that Blue Speaker series, what are the different topics that they'll be talking about?
So we'll be looking at Africa's blue economy, Africa's blue economy in general, the the sectors, the opportunities, the challenges that the sector faces, um, the investable ones, the capital sources, how to how capital sources, how to develop how to develop a business plan from the current blue economy sectors in Africa, the ones that are investable, and then the governance structure, how to go about um, developing a framework or developing developing yes, say a framework of how to work with industry people. So these are some of the topics that we'll be discussing during the training session.
Okay, so from that Blue Speaker series, then we go to the mentorship part of the
Yeah,
program.
the mentor pairing.
For how long will this mentorship part take?
Come again.
For how long will the mentorship part will be held?
Okay, so the program, the Blue Mentorship Program, is supposed to last for a year.
Okay,
Ideally, it's supposed to
yeah,
last for a year. And
okay,
so all of these activities will be taking part in the 1 year program for us to be able to assess the impact and to measure the impact and the success of it. So we can use that to inform um, the next um, the next year's program. And so we'll have it in part from the Blue Speaker series to the mentor pairing, and then identifying a challenge and developing the solution out of it. All of this is supposed to happen in a year, ideally in a year.
okay. So apart from the Blue Speaker series, the mentorship part, then they will start developing projects. Is that
Yes.
how?
So from the Blue Speaker series, when they start to understand this, the emerging sectors and then the existing sectors, and
Yeah.
the challenges and then the opportunities, from the understanding, they start to develop. We guide them with the help of their mentors. We guide them to develop um, solutions from the challenges, and see how we can harness on partnerships to further develop these solutions to be scalable, to become a service that can support the industry.
Okay. And will the government help also with GOGMI help them also to implement the project, or just to write it and think about it?
Yeah, so these are some of this is some of the things that we are still developing. We are working on our partnerships. We've secured some partnerships to look at how we can further develop these solutions, but we are also working on more partnerships. I think in terms of media, we are partnering with Maritime Africa, your organization, to spread the mentorship program that we are trying to roll out. And so we are still working on partnerships. We are expanding our partnership to to support the elements of the mentorship program. And so hopefully we will have partners that will support young people to further scale their ideas to become solutions that can support the industry.
Okay, thank you very much, and for all these details. I apart from the Blue Mentorship Program, has GOVMI have any other program that supports young people in the sector?
Okay, so we have the institute has a membership program, and we have a category for youth. We have the International Maritime Security Working Group, where we convene industry speakers, leaders to discuss pertinent issues in the region. In the past, we've discussed very, very, very important issues from maritime security, maritime strategies, developing blue careers, and all of that. And so, this membership program, we have the category for youth, where we are looking at how the youth can benefit from our many programs, including our forums that we hold, so they can also gain an understanding of um, the various issues that the industry faces, and also an opportunity for them to network during this forum. That's the International Maritime Security Working Forum. So it's an opportunity for young people to apply to become members of the institute and benefit from the many programs that we run. We've also in the this year we held a side event on the UN Ocean Decade, which focused on youth to a large extent. And so there are so many benefits that the young people can benefit from our programs. Once they apply as members, they get the opportunity to be exposed to our projects, work on some of our projects. Um, we have interns, we have volunteers who are working on some of our projects with us. And so there are opportunities for young people to tap into the programs and activities that the institute runs. So I'll
Okay,
encourage young people to just apply as members, and we'll take
okay,
it up
but
from.
how can they get to know all the things that GOVMI is offering? Is there any website?
Yes, so we have it on our website, www.gogmi.org.gh. Gogmi, gogmi.org.gh. Once you
Dot
visit the
G.
website, yes,
Yeah. Mhm.
once you visit the website, you get to know about everything that we are doing, and the programs that we are running, and the ones that you can also apply for.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've put the website on the
Yes.
screen. Is that
Yes, that's it.
okay?
Yes.
Okay, so so
Gogmi.org.gh.
okay, so when they get to the website, they will know everything that
Yes.
Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute is offering to young people in Africa, so
Yes.
that they can get involved in the blue economy sectors in Africa,
Yes.
crucial for our development. So now we are slowly getting to the end of our discussion. I just want to tell all those who are listening to us that they can ask any question they want. So if you have any question you would like to ask Mr. Lawrence DOGLI, you can ask on comments, and he will answer you. So now tell me, uh, today, what role can existing industry leaders play in building a sustainable and resilient blue economy for Africa?
I think we still have so at the Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute, we are very particular, we are very keen about indigenous research. It's owning our research, owning our data, owning our maritime data. That is one of the key steps that we can take to come up with informed policies and strategies for developmental agendas. And so in terms of research, I think we still need a lot of data to come up with developmental agendas. And that's one of the areas that industry, that is indigenous industry, the African maritime industry, can invest into research institutions to conduct research on the different blue economy sectors and come up with data that we can use to make informed decisions. This is one of the ways to go. Identifying young people with potentials, with skills that we can leverage on, that we can harness to come up with ideas that can be scaled into solutions that can support the industry. Yeah. So yes, in my opinion, these are some of the recommendations.
Okay, thank you to Matlu Judah Matapo, who is listening to this interview from South Africa, and also all those listening to this from Cameroon, Ghana, from Gogmi. I'm sure people from Gogmi are listening, are watching this interview also. So today, what supports or what do you want the whole industry in Africa to do to support the mentorship program of government?
Sorry, I didn't get that one.
I'm asking, what can people in the maritime sector in Africa, all over Africa, can do today to support this program that the government is running?
Okay, so so when you go to the mentorship program on the website, we are looking for expertise, we are looking for financial support, we are looking at media partnerships to promote or to develop the mentorship program. Expertise in the different sectors, in any aspect of the maritime industry where you think you can share your knowledge, your experience to young people. You are invited to apply, to send an email to us. We'll definitely reach out to you. We are trying to build a network of experts who can provide their expertise, their experience to the various programs and not just the mentorship program. So, but specifically on the mentorship program, as we are looking at expertise, we are looking at financial support, we are looking at media partnerships. And so if any organizational institution that has a stronghold, that has an interest in any of the offerings, you are welcome to send us an email, and we'll definitely have a discussion on our partnerships. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And do you have something to say before we finish?
Well, what I want to say is that the blue economy for Africa holds immense potential for the African economy. What is key now is partnerships, investments, and one of the ways to look at is to harness on the skills of young people. African leaders are looking at how they can develop a future maritime workforce. And in terms of a future maritime workforce, one of the places to look at is the youth of today. Look at the skills that we have, the skills that we possess, and look at how you can leverage on those skills to develop solutions that can address some of the challenges that we face. And so this is a clarion call to industry to institutions to let's look at how we can partner to develop indigenous solutions, to develop indigenous partnerships that can support, that can help build and drive the agenda for maritime industry, for Africa's maritime industry, so that we'll be able to reap the benefit that the ocean economy, the blue economy, offers to African states. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lawrence DOGLI, for this interview. I think I would like to thank also the whole staff of GOGMI, with whom we are working on this program with as a media partner.
The media partner, yes.
Yeah, and I'm sure that this is not the last time we are talking about this program on Maritime Africa. We'll be talking about everything going on this mentorship program. Thank you very much, and see you next time.
Thank you too, Carlos. Yeah,
bye.
It's a pleasure to be here. All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye.